Hello everyone. This is Sova TV, the Earth we live in. We know that the planet is struggling with environmental pollution and excessive carbon dioxide emissions. As a result of abnormal climate events occurring all over the world, many people are being attacked by a climate that they have never seen before. We are worried about how much longer the planet can withstand. Europe is the first place to take action to preserve the planet's environment. Trump of the United States has negative thoughts about the claim that global warming is bringing climate change to the planet.
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
The EU's strong environmental preservation measures are unknowingly making many changes to our daily lives. Since 2020, the EU has implemented a policy to significantly strengthen the reduction of carbon dioxide emissions. From 2021, the EU has implemented a policy of fines about $7,000 per vehicle for the sale of internal combustion engine using gasoline and diesel and $2,600 for hybrid vehicles. Shortly, it is a strong measure to stop producing or selling internal combustion vehicles in the EU. Although the timing of implementation varies by EU country, the sale of all cars using internal combustion engines will be banned from 2025. The change in our daily life of driving a car has already begun, and from 2025, motorized cars will join us. The future of automobiles is now electric vehicles. The most representative company is Tesla. After that, Renault and BYD are competing. We know that the future of electric vehicles is very bright. The most important part of an electric vehicle is the battery, which is an energy source. Also, how much longer can the battery life? The key is how to reduce the battery charging time can be, but the sales of electric vehicles will continue to increase. Along with electric vehicles, there is another type of vehicles that we should pay attention to. It is a hydrogen electric. Hydrogen vehicles are still in their infancy compared to electric ones. It is the process of generating electricity by electrolyzing hydrogen and transferring electricity to a motor to move the vehicle. Today's topic is to consider whether hydrogen electric vehicles can be popularized like electric cars. Although it is still being evaluated in the early stages of development, hydrogen fuel cells are already showing considerable technology and efficiency. Even if compared with the technology of batteries, which are the core of electric vehicles, hydrogen fuel cells are already in a stage where they can compete sufficiently with batteries. The problem is that the production of hydrogen is still small, and since the sale of hydrogen vehicles has just begun, hydrogen charging stations are absolutely scarce. Currently, the economics of hydrogen are absolutely disadvantageous. In order to overcome the economic feasibility of hydrogen, the supply of hydrogen must be increased. And the production of hydrogen is possible only through investments by national or multinational companies. Let's see hydrogen production plans in Korea, Japan, and Europe. Korea plans to build 25 large-scale hydrogen production facilities by the Korea Gas Corporation by 2030. Currently, the price of hydrogen in Korea is in the range of $6 to $8 per kilogram. However, it is predicted that the retail price will be $3.90 in 2030 and $3 thereafter. Japan is currently selling at $10.50. The Japanese government predicts that supply prices can be lowered to $2.85 by 2030 and $1.90 by 2050. The biggest problems in the popularization of hydrogen vehicles are expected to be resolved in many countries after 2030. Only then the problem of economic feasibility will be solved. As the supply of hydrogen increases, the number of hydrogen charging stations will naturally increase. Let's look at the increase in charging stations. As of December 2019, charging stations around the world. Korea has 27 charging stations, Japan has 110, Germany has 100, and China has 100 charging stations. Looking at the country's plans to expand charging stations, Korea plans to build 680 stations by 2030 and 1,200 stations by 2040. It's looking at the number of vehicles that need charging can reach the station within 20 minutes. Japan will have 160 charging stations in 2020. Germany will have 400 charging stations by 2023, China will have 300 charging stations by 2025, and 1,000 charging stations by 2030. I want to remind you of one fact. If there is a problem that it takes a lot of time to charge the battery of electric, hydrogen is taken only 5 minutes to charge. Also, on a single charge, a hydrogen vehicle can travel 600 kilometers. If we remember that electric charging stations were also absolutely scarce in the beginning, hydrogen charging stations will also naturally settle around us, and the inconvenience of charging will disappear. When you talk about the word hydrogen, what comes to your mind? Yes, it would be a hydrogen bomb. Are you carrying a hydrogen bomb in your car that has stronger power than an atomic bomb? The natural concern is the safety of hydrogen. First, look at the natural ignition temperature. Gasoline is 500 degrees, diesel is 345 degrees, and hydrogen is 575 degrees. When hydrogen leaks into the air, hydrogen is 14 times lighter than air and flies quickly into the atmosphere. So even when it leaks, the risk of fire or explosion is lower than others. All gases present a risk of explosion due to pressure. However, we use a variety of high-pressure gases such as liquefied petroleum gas and compressed natural gas in our daily lives. Just because hydrogen doesn't mean it's more dangerous than others. Hydrogen vehicles do not use metal tanks used by gasoline or diesel vehicles. This is because if a metal tank containing hydrogen is in flames, it will explode. So, which fuel tank will you use? For safety, the hydrogen tank installed in the vehicle is made of carbon fiber reinforced plastic, which has strength 10 times higher than iron. In addition, we use a tank made to quickly release internal pressure to the outside by actuating a safety valve when exposed to flames by attaching plumbing agents to both sides of the tank. However, to prevent unexpected explosions due to sudden accidents, carbon fiber reinforced plastics have a skein-like structure. So, it is constructed to tear without an explosion by external impact. As the hydrogen tank tears, the hydrogen in the tank quickly flies into the air. It also means that the safety issue has been resolved. Let's look at the fuel efficiency of cars. The results are based on Korean prices that were applied in March 2020. Let's find out the fuel cost required for each vehicle to travel 100 kilometers. Santa Fe gasoline consumes $13. Santa Fe diesel consumes $7.80. Battery electric car Kono is $2.70. As of December 2019, the price of 1 kilogram of hydrogen is $6.10, $7.80. However, assuming that the price of hydrogen will be $2.60 after 2030, a vehicle that is more economical than an electric will be hydrogen. If you ask me whether to drive electric or hydrogen at this moment, my answer is the absolutely electric car. But remember, hydrogen is also quickly approaching our lives. I want the car what I choose to be an economical and eco-friendly one. In the next video, we will look at how far the technology of hydrogen vehicles has come. If you are looking for the next video, please click subscribe, like, and alarm button.